Making sense.
So, Denise, we've talked about something you loved last week, which was K-pop. So, let's talk about one of the things that I love this week.
Let me think. Is it coffee?
Oh my god, I wish. But don't get me started with that. This time, it's all about nature.
Nature. Let me see. Aisha, speaking about nature, right? I think your house at this point it's gonna be like a nursery.
Yeah, it's became my coping mechanism throughout this pandemic. It's kind of hurting my wallet though.
Seriously though, I want to know more about this. Do you think like caring for nature is expensive?
I'm not too sure about that. And that's why we have our special guest from Taylor's Nature Club to discuss whether or not being eco-friendly is expensive.
Welcome, guys.
Hello. So my name is Nee and I'm the president of Taylor's AKPK Club and the vice president for Taylor's Nature Club. So besides advocating on financial literacy, I also preach on saving on the earth.
Hi guys, I'm Sufian. I'm also from Nature Club, obviously. I'm the director of events and logistics.
Yes, we have a double agent here, familiar faces. Welcome to Making Sense, guys. By the way, fun fact for those who don't know, Taylor's Nature Club just relaunched in April this year.
Really? So what do you guys have planned for like this near future?
Okay, so for now, we are mostly planning monthly workshops that focus on exploring different alternatives, mainly eco-friendly alternatives on different household items.
Yes, apart from that, we also held multiple monthly related discussions under our Nature Nurture series to sort of like raise awareness on certain environmental issues, that's happening around us. And the best part is that you guys can all join this for free.
Nice.
Free. Okay, now speaking of free, is it true that being eco-friendly is costly?
Well, it really depends on how all of us see it. So I believe that eco-friendly products last longer than disposables. So for a one-time purchase, you might feel like it's more expensive than your regular household non-biodegradable items, but in the long run, it's definitely more cheaper.
Like put that in context. Let's say maybe you could get like a 20-cent plastic bag and like a 20 ringgit eco bag, right? The difference is you can use that eco bag again and again as compared to like the plastic bag that you buy 20 cents and it keeps on like compiling. So it might get to like 200 ringgit. So yeah, I wouldn't say so in that sense. And if you buy eco bags, you're actually like saving our earth.
Yeah,
in the process.
that's true.
I really agree with that. Like for me, I try to keep those like foldable, reusable bags, which are really small. I tend to keep them in my handbag just in case I need to buy something. And like fun fact, it's like sort of hygienic because now it's like during the pandemic, you don't really want to touch the plastic bags that people have already hold. So yeah, plus points there.
Yeah, that's very true. So, Sufian, since you talked about, the 20 cents and 20 ringgit, do you use reusable cups and straws when you go get your coffee fix from stores?
Okay, personally, I try to. I personally have a reusable cup that I got from Starbucks. You can also get a discount if you use so. From Starbucks only, okay. But I would say like I'm still improving lah. I'm still trying to make it a common practice in my life. Definitely.
Actually, that's true. For those who don't know, Starbucks actually gives like 2 ringgit off if you bring your own reusable cup, providing it's bought from Starbucks also. I actually don't use reusable cups because I tend to forget to bring them. It's kind of bulky to bring in your handbag. But I reuse the cups from the stores that I go to. You can actually plant like herbs, vegetables, like tomatoes inside those cups. So it's really interesting. You guys should try it out.
For the reusable coffee cup, I actually personally don't drink coffee, but I do drink a lot of tea. And the only purchase I buy from Starbucks is actually just that tea. But I still have a habit of holding like a Starbucks tumbler in my bag, to fill up with water. And in case I want to get some beverage, I would just go there with my Starbucks tumbler. But speaking about coffee grounds, I personally know that people use coffee grounds as fertilizers. And I know for a fact that these coffee grounds actually attract earthworms to your plants, so it'll be actually healthier. And there are certain cafes that will give out used coffee grounds for free.
Really? So like that means we can actually save a lot by using nature for nature, right?
Yes, definitely. But again, Denise, caring for plants might be pricey depending on how you want to care for your plants. Like the fertilizer, the insect repellent, and antifungal sprays can go up to like 100 ringgit per bottle. But if you're like me and you don't really bother to buy these kind of stuffs, water and sunlight are good enough, in my opinion. So, what do the nature experts here think?
In my opinion, it really depends on your own preferences and on the plant itself. So if you are a beginner plant mom, so you probably would want to go for plants like snake plant, pothos, or spider plants, which are pretty self-sufficient. And if you're a hardcore green thumb, you might want to splurge on more expensive plants like bonsais and orchids, which are really expensive to take care of and very challenging.
Like bringing up the point that Aisha had just now on like how fertilizer is expensive, right? One thing you could do as an alternative, more like a supplementary lah, is that you could actually make your own fertilizer by using like waste that you change into compost from like maybe like fruit peels and vegetable peels. So like when you finish your foods, make sure to like separate the good stuff from the other waste. Yeah.
I think Malaysians generally don't really separate their waste, like not just food, but it's something that we should really work on, to like help the nature as well.
Yeah, it's actually a really good practice, and I will definitely like try it out soon. That's also a smart way to avoid food waste, because sometimes like when our food is rotten or spoiled, we just tend to just throw it away. And so food waste is like one of the biggest environmental issues also, I think. And so what are the plants that you would recommend people to get for their house? Because based on experience, plants are actually on the pricey side. It could go up to 50, 100 ringgit, and sometimes I'm pretty reluctant to buy them also lah.
I could see where you're coming from when you say like plants can be really pricey, but then if you like look a bit harder, like on Shopee there's like multiple plants like succulents, like literally 3 ringgit. And a type of plant that I would recommend everybody to get if you like more on the like I guess busy side, or maybe starting new, is a cacti or maybe other types of succulents. So why I say this is because they respond really good to neglect. And like they need like really small quantities of water, and you only like water them like every few weeks. And which is why I would strongly recommend these plants for like busy people and like beginners.
I actually bought like a succulent plant recently, and it's actually my first live plant, so I'm really excited to get it. So what are your thoughts on people who hoard plants like Aisha?
Oh my god. It's embarrassing to admit, but my mom and I are basically plant moms. We just keep buying them because once you start buying plants, you sort of just want to buy more, and you sort of treat it like it's your pet, and you want to keep it in your room, in your own personal space. So
I heard like some people talk to plants for therapy. Like, are you like that?
I mean, I don't do that, but I know people who actually talk to their plants, and I heard that if you talk good things about your plants, the plants will grow better and more like healthier in a sense. All right, so before we end, Taylor's Nature Club will be having a terrarium workshop on 29th this month. And
I will be leading the workshop.
Oh, can't wait!
So thank you so much, Nee and Sufian, for today. It was a really fruitful session. And Sufian, I'm looking forward to your terrarium workshop.
Okay. I'm expecting everybody here to join.
Yes, definitely.
Of course. So don't forget to follow us on Instagram at taylors.akpk and also T_Nature Club.
Also, check out the latest post on Taylor's Nature Club's Instagram account for more information on the terrarium workshop.
Yeah.
see you
See
guys.
you guys.
Right, signing off, making sense, Denise
And Aisha. Bye, guys.
Bye.